This Wattfun portable power station surprised me. It's found its way into my camping gear, but it also impressed me and I ended up using it on a 48-hour filmmaking challenge. Let's find out why. Now, if you're not sure what exactly you're looking at here, I don't blame you.
It's not a guitar amp.
Yeah, right. I've had questions. This is a big speaker. Is this like a mini guitar amp?
Yeah.
Basically, it's just like a massive power bank, kind of like what you'd use to charge your iPhone.
Absolutely.
Although you could probably do that like 25, 35, 40 times. The main target here is camping, and for that it works pretty well. My wife and I took it on a few camping trips this summer, and we used it to, like I said, charge our phones, power the box fan that we sleep with, and it had no problems there whatsoever.
Yeah, we used it on a camping trip as well, and we powered a fan. I actually had to bring my laptop to edit a video and post it and upload it, and I charged my laptop, charged phones, fans. It was great.
Yeah, for sure. And it also has, I thought this was kind of cool, light up the tent. It's got this nice light, and also it flashes SOS, which is kind of a thoughtful feature. I didn't realize that they would include that, but hey, I guess if you're really camping, you get lost, you know?
We're stuck on the side of the road.
That too.
One thing I absolutely loved were all the ports on this thing. So it does have DC output, which I didn't really have too many devices that actually are DC capable. So I didn't test those, but I love it because DC, if you didn't know, is more efficient coming from a battery than AC, which you'd have to convert.
Right.
So all the USB ports, which is probably what a lot of people are going to also be using. They have a couple standard ports, but then they have 3 amp ports, which is fantastic. Most smartphones nowadays are fast charging. That 3 amp is going to be great. But even better, we got the USB Type C.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
I plugged my laptop directly into that. Now, it is only 45 watts, so some of the super high power laptops it might not be able to keep up with. But my MacBook Air, while I was editing and everything, it was able to charge it. No big deal. And I absolutely loved I could just plug my USB-C cable from my laptop directly into that port. No conversion AC to DC.
All right. What I do like is you can actually toggle on the AC and the DC. So if you only need one or the other, you're not kind of wasting energy, you know, decreasing the efficiency. It also has this nifty display where it actually shows kind of what the output is in the DC and AC, as well as your battery life.
So once you turn on the power and you turn on the DC power, that also engages the up to 10 watt wireless charger, right? So you can throw your phone on there. You heard the phone, it starts charging, but it's kind of inconsistent.
Yeah.
And I can't figure out why. Sometimes it nails it every time. But then
And of course it will on camera.
Yeah,
You know?
after a little while, it just won't be charging anymore, or I just, it's not enough that I can trust it. Like, see there, it didn't do it. But at the same time, I'm not going to buy this thing because of the wireless charger. I'm going to use my fast charger, and it's going to charge it way faster. So it's just a convenience thing that sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
You can charge this thing up by 3 different methods. Of course, you've got your standard wall socket, plug it into your outlet. But you can also plug it in the car. And then thirdly, it also can do solar. And of course, that is sold separately.
Yeah.
But you know, charging time, you're looking around 6 to 7 hours in the wall and the car. And if you're going the solar route, you're going to be closer to 8.
So even though this battery is massive, in fact, quick tip, don't take this on an airplane. In fact, anything over 10,000 milliamps you can't take on an airplane. That's why the big laptops have right at that size. This is 100,000 milliamps, so it will get confiscated.
Definitely not.
Even on carry-on
friendly.
or even on
check
bag, you
Can't
cannot
even
do that.
it then.
But it cannot power everything, and we learned that the hard way.
Yeah, we found that out. We took it out to a local park, tried to fry up some eggs on a griddle, and what we didn't know is that there's
My fault.
You know, an output cap, 300 watts,
300 watts.
and that thing was probably pushing 600 or more.
Yep.
So we learned that the hard way, that it can't really do everything. There'll be some appliances that are out of its range.
Yeah. I was able to run a little projector on it, so that was pretty cool. And also, we were able to charge up Alan's one wheel, and with the conversion of about 85%, it was basically able to charge up his entire one wheel. So that's pretty cool.
And while it can't handle everything that you might throw at it, what it is meant for, it does do really well.
Yeah.
One thing that I love is this carrying handle you may have seen. And that's a lifesaver because you're taking it, whether you're just throwing it in the car or maybe you've got to walk a ways through a campsite. Things weighs about 10 pounds. Yeah. So you're going to be thankful for that handle. It comes in handy.
Now it does have a fan on the side here, and that's allowing the airflow to come through when you're both charging it, but also when you're charging, something like the One Wheel or a bunch of devices that are consuming a lot of power. And this will actually keep the batteries cool and make them last longer.
It's good for more than just adventures in nature, though. Recently, I worked on a short film. There was a 48-hour film challenge where you had to make a whole movie in just 2 days. And this thing actually became instrumental. We were shooting in a state park, no outlets in sight, and I just happened to think to take this, and we ended up having it in the car, charging camera batteries, drone batteries, plugged in the laptops to edit while we were there. It ended up really impressing me and has earned a spot in my gear lineup.
So for around $400, what do you think? Could you see yourself using this? If so, how? And if you want us to test anything else out, let us know in the comments down below. We'll try to answer every single one. Until next time, thanks for watching.
See ya.